reason the clerk didn't get the court file for Mr. Williams, so they're looking for it now.
It's 113-234.
Thank you. Great. Okay, found it. All right. Mr. Williams will be coming through Zoom, or is he in the building?
Through Zoom, Your Honor. They said that they had clicked on the link. But of course they're using their phone now. If they did click on the link, they said that they did. So.
Okay. Well, are they trying to figure out, or are they a stopping point?
They're not answering right now.
Okay.
As far as I said, I asked them, do they see the judge? Make sure you unmute yourself, but I'm not getting a response. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. I'm not stressed.
Yeah.
So I don't see them in the waiting room, so I can't add them. So
Right.
I don't know if you want to resend the link so that I don't know if they're clicking the right one or not, but they're not answering their phone either.
Judge Kim,
Yes.
do you mind if I run over and see if Dana's here? I just realized that he was not included on the email saying it got moved up. So I'm going to check and see if he's here, if someone can cover for him.
Okay, no, that's fine. Thank you.
Okay.
Your Honor, while we're waiting, if you can hear me, they're saying that it's asking for a meeting password.
That shouldn't be it. Did you send them the email that you used to click into this meeting?
I sent them the link in the email.
Okay. QC Williams is trying to join. Right. Mr. Pearson, that's your client?
Do what?
That's your client?
I don't see.
Oh.
Sorry.
That's right. There should be a fifth screen joining.
Yes, Your Honor, and his mother.
Okay, great. We're just waiting for Ms. Smith and Mr. Vickerson.
Judge Kim,
Yes.
do you see David Ansley in the waiting room by chance? I'm trying to see.
I clicked admit. His computer's
Oh,
connected
yeah,
right
you're
now.
on now.
Okay.
Okay.
Let me go make sure the family is. Do you know?
They're
already in
they're
there?
on Zoom. I
Okay,
think
they're already
Zooming in
set
from
up?
their home.
Okay. Oh, they're doing it from home?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Thank you, David. Sorry about that, Judge. We realized that that email didn't include probation, so we were kind of scrambling there for a minute.
No problem. That's probably the court's fault. Makes a lot of difference.
you there? Are you there? Are you there?
This is Andy. Good morning. Hi, Patrice. I think he's going to be a DPP.
So at this point, we're waiting just for Dana.
No, Judge, we can go ahead and go forward.
Oh, okay, good. All right. So she's on Zoom. We're about to start a hearing. That's right. Andy, Mr. Adler's looking for you.
Oh, tell him I texted him.
Mr. Adler? Frank? She texted you.
Thank you, Judge.
Technology. Okay. All right. So, Mr. Pearson, child ready?
Yes, Your Honor. Present, ready.
State ready?
State's ready.
All right. So the court calls cause number 323-113-234-20. This is styled in the matter of Americ, A-M-E-R-I-C-K, Williams. We're here docketed for an adjudication hearing. First thing I want to do is verify a couple things. The court will take notice that on February 26th, 2020, there was a petition regarding the child engaging in delinquent conduct filed with this court alleging one paragraph of delinquent conduct. Then on April 29th, 2020, there was a grand jury approval of determinate sentence punishment for this child in this matter, filed with this, signed by the grand jury form, or signed by the judge and the grand jury foreman on April 28th of 2020. There was service upon the child on this grand jury approval on May 14th, 2020, and a file mark of May 14th, 2020. I'm sorry, of a summons served upon the mother of the child. This proceeding is being conducted via Zoom in compliance with the Texas Supreme Court Emergency Order number 20 that prohibits in-person proceedings if possible. And so we are doing this remotely. However, in order to comply with the Texas Open Courts Act, Article 1, Section 13 of the Texas Constitution, we are broadcasting this proceeding on YouTube so the public has access to the proceedings in this court. All right, so Mr. Williams and Miss Williams, if you can both, are you both on the camera? Is Mom next to you? Okay, great. If you can both raise your right hands for me.
Judge, I think we lost Mr. Pearson.
Oh, hold on a second. You lower your hands. We just lost your attorney. Thank you for letting me know, Ms. Smith.
You're welcome.
Ms. Williams, if you want to go ahead and turn off mute, because I'm going to ask you a question as soon as Mr. Pearson gets back. Thank you. Morning tequila. I know, I have some Germex here. But there's something about the smell of tequila in the morning.
Judge Kim,
Yes,
I tried to call Mr. Pearson and the number I have didn't work. Do you want me to run down to Mary's office, see if she has a better number and try to call him, make sure everything's
please.
okay?
Please do that. Thank you.
Okay.
Yes. So he wants his on the phone now? No. So if he wants to just call me on my cell phone, I can put him on speaker if he chooses to do that.
You can call it.
Yeah. There should be a link to do Zoom by phone that's in that link, but if that doesn't work, I can put him on speaker.
She said she knows how to do that. She's gonna send me an invitation to do that.
That's why I listen to my lectures whenever I went to Houston.
invite that has the whole big paragraph thing on it. He's not logged in, maybe you can't send an invite like that.
Ms. Williams, can you hear me? Are you able to position the phone in such a way that it'll be kind of stable during the hearing and show both you and Amric in the frame? If y'all can prop it up and that way it's not jumping around and we can get both of you in the frame. Okay, and then when y'all talk, you probably just need to lean forward so everybody can hear you, okay? Thank you.
Hello, Mr. Pearson. Welcome back. You're on mute.
I never have problems at the office. In fact, I left the house this morning with good internet. Thinking I'll go to the office where I know it's more reliable.
No, I'm not worried about it.
I'll shut up.
No. You know, Angel Norris still emails me from the Fed pen.
Oh. It's your...
I'm guessing she doesn't grace you with that honor.
No, I don't get that honor.
Yeah.
But her name, I still see her file in my Dropbox from time to time, and I get to relive all those memories.
That was... Yeah, she's in Club Fed now.
Hmm.
Okay. Oh, Andy's back. Okay, great. So we're ready to proceed?
Ready?
Okay, so we are back on the record, and I was about to swear in the parent and child. So Ms. Williams and Mr. Williams, could you both raise your right hands for me? All right. Do each of you solemnly swear the testimony you're about to give at this cause currently at trial, that you will tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
All right. Thank you. You can lower your hands. All right. So, Americ, if you can tell me what your full legal name is, and I need you to talk a little bit louder to make sure we can hear because the phone's a little bit further away from you.
Americ Jaquan Williams.
Okay. You're going to have to talk a lot louder. You're going to have to project your voice.
Americ Jaquan Williams.
Okay. And Jaquan is J-A''Kun.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. And can you tell me what your date of birth is?
March 12, 2003.
All right. So it's really hard to hear you. Can you talk like you're trying to holler at somebody in the next room?
March 12, 2003.
All right. Thank you. Are you an American citizen?
Yes, Your Honor.
Great. So I have to go over a couple things with you. I will let you know the nature and possible consequences of these proceedings, including admissibility in criminal proceedings. So this is a determinate sentence case. So this means on your type of offense, which is an aggravated robbery, that you could be sentenced for up to 40 years in confinement. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And that because if you're adjudicated and there's a disposition of confinement, even if it's probated, that this can be used against you in adult criminal proceedings. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
So if you now you're 17 now, right?
Yes, yeah, yes, Your Honor.
Okay. So if you get arrested for anything and there's a trial on your case, that this could come against you in the adult criminal courts. I want to make sure you understand what could happen. You understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. You also have a right, guaranteed by the Fifth Amendment, to say nothing at all. You don't have to admit to anything. However, it's my understanding you wish to give up your right to remain silent and admit your conduct and admit your role in the aggravated robbery. Do you give up your right to remain silent?
Yes, Your Honor.
You also have the right to have a trial. The Fourth and 14th Amendments guarantee the right to what's called due process. You have an absolute right for the district attorney to present all their evidence to me and for me to decide whether or not you committed this aggravated robbery. And they would have to do this and how to convince me, and the burden of proof solely lies upon the state of Texas. My understanding is you wish to give up your right to a trial and just go forward by admitting your conduct. Do you give up your right to a trial?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. And if you decide for some reason that you don't like me or you didn't think I was fair, you would have a right to have a jury make the same decision. Okay. Do you give up and they would hear the exact same evidence, but they would decide and take the decision part out of my hands. Do you give up your right to a jury?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. You also have a right to confront your witnesses, confront adverse witnesses. What I mean by that is you have the right to look at any person who has anything negative to say about you and look them in the eye. And if they're lying, your attorney can cross-examine them and ask them questions. Do you give up your right to confrontation?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. You also normally you have a right to appeal. However, if I follow this plea bargain agreement, do you understand you are giving up your right to appeal? This will be final.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. All right, Mom, I had previously sworn you in. Could you please tell me what your full legal name is?
Kissy Levette Williams.
Okay. And what is your relationship to America?
Mother.
There's mother. Okay, thank you, Mom. Mr. Pearson, is there any reason why your client will not understand the proceedings today?
No, Your Honor.
Is he fit to proceed?
He is fit to proceed.
Mr. Williams, you are here today because the state of Texas has filed a petition alleging that you have engaged in delinquent conduct, which, if committed by an adult, would constitute an offense against the laws of Texas, namely aggravated robbery. What they're saying that you did is on or about January 20th of 2020 in Tarrant County, Texas, that while you were in the course of committing theft of property with the intent to obtain or maintain control of said property, you threatened or placed Puskar Shahi in fear of imminent bodily injury or death, and that you used or exhibited a deadly weapon in this offense, namely a firearm. Do you understand what they're saying that you did?
Yes, sir, Your Honor.
All right. Mr. Williams, I just want to make sure. When is your birthday again?
March 12, 2003.
March 12th?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. All right. Thank you. All right. State waive opening.
Yes, Your Honor.
Any exhibits or witnesses from the state?
No exhibits or witnesses, just the stipulation.
Okay. Mr. Pearson, any exhibits or witnesses for adjudication?
No, Your Honor.
All right, so Mr. Williams, what I have here is a stipulation agreement. Do you recognize this document?
Yes.
Okay, well, I'm talking to dad, or to son, Americ. Do you recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Did you go over this with your attorney?
Yes, sir. We went over it yesterday.
Okay, good. So do you understand what a stipulation is? Have you heard that term before?
Yes, sir.
I'm sorry?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So you understand that everything in this document is in its entirety is put in writing. So if you say you agree to it, it's down and it's permanent that you agree to it. You understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. So here on the second page, on the top left, there's a signature line. All right. Do you recognize that signature?
Yes, Your Honor.
Is that your signature?
Yep.
Is that your signature?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Did anybody force you to sign this?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. Did anybody induce you to sign this? That means, did somebody offer you any kind of bribe or cash money to sign this?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. Did anybody threaten you to make sure you signed this?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. Did you sign this voluntarily?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. What does the word voluntary mean to you?
At my own will.
Of your own will. And you signed this of your own will, correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
That's correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Correct.
So everything in this document, I'm going to ask you, is it true or not true?
It's true.
Okay. Are you saying true because are you saying true because it is true and for no other reason?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. There's an enhancement here saying that there was a deadly weapon used. Is it true that there was a deadly weapon used?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. State waive closing?
Yes, Your Honor.
Respondent waive close?
Yes, Your Honor.
Based on the competent evidence from this hearing, the court will make a finding of delinquency. Specifically, the court will find that the allegations in the petition of paragraph 1 was established by the evidence. The court will also make an affirmative finding that a deadly weapon was used. That will conclude the adjudication portion of this matter. We ready for dispo?
It's ready.
Ready?
So Kelly, ready? The court calls cause number 323-113-234-20. This is styled in the matter of Americ Williams. The court having previously adjudicated this child as delinquent, we are now here for a hearing on disposition of this matter. State waive opening?
State waives.
Okay. Any exhibits from the state as to disposition?
They would offer Petitioner's Exhibit 1, the social history, and Petitioner's Exhibit 2, the victim court report.
No objection.
Okay. One moment. I'm being better about pausing.
Thank you.
Okay, petitioners 1 and 2 are admitted. Right. Ms. Smith, is there an allocution requested in this matter?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. All right, Mr. Pearson, any exhibits or witnesses from the respondent?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Williams, what I have here that's admitted is a victim's court report and a social history. All right, the social history is prepared by Mr. Vickerson. It goes into your background and your situation, and he took the time to prepare it. I'm not allowed to see this until after you've been adjudicated delinquent. However, your attorney has had it for several days now, and he has had a chance to look at this. So if you give me a moment, I can briefly look at this, make sure there's nothing in here that gives me particular alarm. Any closings?
Your Honor, the state would just ask that you follow the agreed stipulation.
Same, Your Honor.
All right. All right, so Mr. Williams, having reviewed, after having reviewed your social history, the court will find that there's a need of rehabilitation and the protection of the public, as well as the child requires disposition to be made. The court will honor the plea bargain agreement, which is I will commit you to the Texas Juvenile Justice Department for a period of 5 years. However, I will probate that sentence for also another 5-year period. I will require you to participate and successfully complete TCAP and not to enter onto the premises of Quick Country Mart, and then also to comply with any other conditions that the court may impose upon you. All right, I'm going to assess 200 hours of community service. All right. The court will also make a finding under Texas Family Code 54.044 that the child's parent has made a reasonable good faith effort to prevent the child from engaging in delinquent conduct, and that despite the parent's efforts, the child continued to engage in such conduct. So the court will waive any requirement for community service that may be imposed on a parent under this section. Mom, what that means is the Family Code says I'm supposed to assess community service on the parent when the child is delinquent. I am finding that you did the best job you could, and despite your best efforts, Merrick decided to go wayward on his own. So I'm waiving that requirement for your community service. Do you understand, Mom?
Yes, I understand. Thanks.
Okay. All right. Ms. Smith, I didn't see anything for restitution. Is that correct?
That's correct, Your Honor.
All right. Specifically, the reason the court is ordering this disposition is the child and the public safety requires it, and the court believes the child can be rehabilitated through our probation services. Finally, Mr. Williams, I need to let you know that your probation lasts for 5 years. You're 17 now. So before your 19th birthday, we will have a hearing, and you will come in front of me in my courtroom, and we will discuss in front of you all the things that you did right and all the things that you did wrong while you're on probation. And then I will make a decision based on what you do over the next, well, less than 2 years, whether you should be transferred to the adult court to finish out your probation, or whether I just discharge you from the probation and send you on your way to live your life. You understand? So there will be a reckoning day for every decision that you make while you're on probation between now and your 19th birthday. So I suggest to you that you use it wisely. You know, because we've met before in court, that I have a big thing about kids using guns. Okay? You understand that's a deal breaker for me. However, there are many kids that are involved with guns, robbery, shootings that I do discharge from probation. I'm not necessarily going to hold that against you. What I need to know is that coming up to your 19th birthday, if you're a kid that's doing the right thing and you're not going to cause problems, I have no problem releasing you. That means we did our job. But if you're getting picked up for criminal trespass or different things, if you're testing positive for weed, skipping school, not graduating, things like that, then I'll say, you know what, Mr. Williams isn't doing his part, and I'm going to go ahead and transfer him to adult court. You understand where this conversation will go, right? Now, in case you do violate your probation, I do send you to TJJD. Before your 19th birthday, we will have a hearing to decide whether I transfer you to TDC, which is adult prison. At that point, we will have a reckoning to decide whether I need to transfer you or go ahead and put you on parole. So either way, we will meet again, Mr. Williams, okay? What I want you to do is be able to come before me before your 19th birthday and sit tall and stand tall and be proud of what you've done, so that anything that they say about you is going to be, Judge, Mr. Williams did great, that the DA has nothing bad to say about you. In effect, what I'm saying is right now, to get probation, you're pretty much asking me, Judge, give me one more chance, right? Don't send me to prison. This is your one more chance, okay? So you understand it's going to be very difficult if you violate your probation to have that conversation to say, Judge, I want a third chance or a fourth chance or a fifth chance, right? This is your second chance. You get that, right?
Yes, sir, Your Honor.
Okay. I have a feeling that if you listened to your mom, you never would have gotten in trouble. Okay? We can agree with that one, right? Okay, so this is not the normal 17-year-old life. Most kids don't get this, but this is your 17-year-old life. So really, while you're on probation, you just need to mind your mama, okay? If you're doing what she's saying, I'm pretty sure you won't have a problem at all, because I know she doesn't approve of you smoking weed, probably hanging out with some of the friends that you've been hanging out, having a gun, things like that. Mom wouldn't approve. So as long as she's approving of what you do, you and I will have no problems. I remember your mom for the detention hearing. I like your mom. She's got a good head on her shoulders. She is doing everything she can. She's sacrificing for you, right? Show her a little respect by minding her and honoring her, respecting her, okay? At the end of the day, very few people will truly look out for you. Your mom is one of those people. So, Mr. Williams, I followed this plea bargain agreement. That means you do not have a right to appeal. This will be final. Do you understand?
Yes, sir, Your Honor.
Okay. And so, and Ms. Smith, I found nothing in the record to indicate that the victim was under 17 years old.
That's correct.
Okay. All right. Anything that I missed?
No, Your Honor.
May I ask, sir, that he's on electronic monitoring right now. Is that going to be lifted?
How long has he been on the electronic monitor?
Your Honor, he has been on, let me check an email. I just had Donnie send.
I'll tell you what, let's do this, Mr. Ainsley. Mr. Pearson, I'm open to the idea. It's not necessarily part of a disposition hearing. So Mr. Victorson, just have him run by the courtroom. If he recommends removing the monitor, I'm fine with it. I'm going to defer to what the supervising probation officer says. So if he tells me there's no problems and he recommends removal, then I'm fine with removal.
And Your Honor, may I ask a question pertaining to disposition?
Yes.
Since a deadly weapon finding was made, I believe, does that come with a automatic DNA requirement?
Yes, I should sign that. Is the paperwork in here?
If it's not, I'll bring you a form, Judge.
Oh, no, there is. Yes. Yeah, I have the form in here. I'll sign that.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Yeah, so Mr. Williams, what he's asking, just confirming, is that whenever a child is adjudicated of an offense involving a deadly weapon, the law says you have to provide a DNA sample, okay? And that what that means is, and the reason why is they think you're high risk for reoffending when you're an adult, and that way your DNA is in the database. So if your DNA is at another crime, it's going to pop up. So I've already signed the order and placed it with the court file.
Okay.
Okay. Anything else that I've missed?
No, thank you.
All right. Thank you very much. Everyone have a great weekend.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Miss Williams?
Yes.
Mr. Victorson is going to call you here momentarily to arrange for y'all to come in and go over the paperwork very soon, okay?
Okay.
All right, you got our number?
They're
Okay.
here or they're
No,
not?
they're doing it remotely.
Oh, I'm gonna sign terms.
Are y'all able to come in today?
I gotta go back to work. I don't get off till 1, so it had to be after 1.
Dana's going to call you shortly and make arrangements, okay?
Okay.
All right, thank you, ma'am.